Hello, I'm Howard Lorriman and welcome to Settle in the north of England, in particular my study where I do my writing and practice my instrument. A few questions. How did I start arranging for band? Well, as a schoolboy, every morning my school band played the hymn for assembly, so I would arrive early in the morning, get out the hymn book, ancient and modern, sit at the big table on the school stage and write out all the parts for the band to play that morning. It wasn't long before I was arranging bigger things for my school band and for the bands I played with outside school. That really did give me a firm foundation for later study in harmony and counterpoint. When did I start writing for Obrasso? It was back in 1997 that Obrasso first published some of my brass band arrangements, and I have been writing solely for Obrasso ever since. I believe loyalty is a very important thing, and I see no reason for that to change. For whom do I write? Well, nearly all my writing has been to commission. It used to be mostly transcriptions, which is a good way to learn, by the way, but I'm glad to say now I'm asked to write my own arrangements or original work. The type of ensemble is also quite varied. It would be fair to say that I'm more at home in the classical repertoire, but there's always much to learn. Do I have a favourite composer? It's really impossible to suggest a favourite composer. Naturally, I'm drawn to English composers, and if I have to pick one whom I've studied the most, it would have to be Malcolm Arnold. Where do I do my writing? Well, I'm not a very good pianist, and I don't practice half as much as I should. So most of the time I write directly into Sibelius 6, which is the version I prefer. But I still use manuscript paper when necessary. Although I don't miss the hours of writing out parts as we had to do in the past. I usually have a deadline, and I'm pleased to say I've always been ahead of schedule. You don't get a chance to hear your work before it's published or recorded, so you have to rely on experience. Finally, is there a piece I wish I had written? Well, no, never, because every piece is unique to that person. Of course, there are hundreds of pieces I admire and find inspiring. I think it was Stravinsky who said, "Good composers imitate, while great composers steal." I'm still learning how to imitate.